Public comment this morning. Sheriff, would you introduce yourself for the record and go ahead?
Good morning, Michael Schroeder, South Danville Township. First, I want to thank you for correcting the minutes of the July 16th prison board meeting, first item there. And then secondly, I want to ask a question regarding ICE. We've received reports, as I'm sure you have, of other counties, jails having federal officials from immigration and customs enforcement coming in and having relationships with county prisons, county jails, and when someone is detained and they don't have that proper documentation, then ICE agents come and detain them and take them to a federal facility. I'm wondering if that's happening here, and if so, that's going to be included in the sort of summary statistics that appear at the very beginning of the minutes. Breakdown of commitments. There's nothing. I don't see a line item for ICE agents for retrieved inmates. So I'm wondering what the story is with that.
Gordon, can you speak to that? We have any incidents that you?
Sure. So our procedure currently, as it stands via an approved prison board policy, is that we don't detain incarcerated people solely on an ICE detainer. If somebody's arrested for another accusation of a criminal charge, they come to our jail, ICE has to put an official detainer on, and if they put an official detainer on, when it's due for the individual to be released, we do notify ICE, and ICE has, they usually come within that day to pick them up. We don't hold individuals for ICE detainers solely on an ICE detainer.
I'm sorry, are you saying that we have had some people picked up?
If somebody comes on a different charge, a criminal charge, and ICE sends us a detainer, they are held in that detainer, but as soon as the charge that they're in for, whether they make bail or they get sentenced on and they're able to be released on it, we notify ICE if it's a legitimate detainer. ICE picks them up usually that same day or within 24 hours. We do not hold individuals solely on an ICE detainer.
So I'm hearing a yes. I think it's a yes or no question. Have we had people picked up from the prison by ICE?
I think it's yes and no. Solely for ICE, no. If they came in on a different charge and ICE lodged a detainer, we notified ICE to come pick them up within the time frame, and then we don't hold them longer than the time frame permits. Does that answer the question?
Not really. I guess I'm trying to find out how many people have been picked up by ICE from our prison.
I don't have that number for you. If that's a decision that the prison board would like us to add into the data draw, we can certainly move forward for next month to add that data draw. There have been instances where somebody came in on a criminal charge, ICE lodged a detainer, and we have notified ICE to pick them up. We haven't delayed their release necessarily because there was an ICE detainer lodged.
More importantly, our policy is consistent with cooperating with federal guidelines.
Yes.
But it also is consistent. It is the same with other counties. If they lodge a detainer, another county lodges a detainer, we hold them within that certain period of time. So it's not just a federal; it's just a cooperation throughout the law enforcement agencies, whether it's another local county, state, or federal agency. So it's the question is: Has ICE been in Lebanon County? Yes. Do we have a specific number? I can't remember. I believe there was approximately maybe 80 people that were
80
that may have been through the criminal justice system here in Lebanon County that were identified. They're not in the prison. Normally when ICE does come into the county, they're here through after a procedure, and they're not taken from the prison. It's usually after it runs its criminal.
To differentiate, some counties hold solely on an immigration detainer. The Lebanon County Correctional Facility does not hold solely on an ICE detainer.
And that has not changed. I'll just add that has been.
Yes.
That has been for a long time.
So nothing has changed.
I can't hear you, I'm sorry.
So my question is, has anything changed?
Excuse me, before you speak, you need to identify yourself for the record.
I'm Glenda Folsom, the reentry coordinator. I'm just asking if anything has changed between, say, last year, the last 3 years, and the current year? Has there been any change in how we deal with
Policy.
ICE? Yeah.
No, there has been no change in policy over the course of the last approved policy.
It's, again, consistent that we're doing everything required to cooperate with federal norms, certainly nothing less.
Yes.
Mr.
So given all that, I guess I would like to ask for your consideration, adding a line to the inventory here, the breakdown of commitments, adding a line, picked up by ICE, or whatever the proper verbiage is, so that there's a public record of the people who have been taken from Lebanon County Correctional Facility into a federal detention facility.
In all fairness, we don't know who's taken to a federal agency.
Or just picked up by ICE, period.
So you want a list of items of people that are released to ICE once their detainer in the prison is done?
Well, I'll make a motion to add that to our agenda because I had no idea that people were picked up, and I think I should be informed on that.
Is there a second?
Brian Dieterich from the District Attorney's Office. Individuals are taken and picked up from the Lebanon County Correctional Facility on detainers from any number of agencies, whether it's adjoining counties, Berks, Schuylkill, Dauphin, name the other 66, any county or any federal government agency, if they have federal charges, can be picked up from the Lebanon County Correctional Facility. To create a specific line item to find, well, this number of people have been picked up as a result of an ICE detainer, I think it's creating more work than is necessary for the purpose and mission of record keeping at the Lebanon County Correctional Facility. Because then the next ask is, well, how many people have been picked up from Berks? How many people have been picked up by Dauphin County? I think it opens this Pandora's box to an endless list of tracking people once they've been released from the Lebanon County Correctional Facility, which I don't necessarily believe there's a need for.
Can I ask? Oh, I'm sorry.
The chair's up here. You have to get permission from
Oh,
the
I'm
chair.
Can I respond? I would respectfully reject that slippery slope argument. I'm asking for, you to consider one category, not 67 categories.
Sorry. So my question is that because, do you have a reason for that? And my assumption would be because you want to find out how many Lebanon County residents who are undocumented or at least who are picked up by ICE, you want to be able to, track them or follow them or make sure that they're held within.
I guess my response to that is I think it's important public data. I think the public has a right to know what's being asked, and I think it's important data to make publicly available.
Well, we'll take your recommendation under advisement. There's no current second for that motion, and in the interest of time, we're gonna move on. But again, this is a personal statement, and I'm happy to hear that we are being consistent with what is required by the guidelines to cooperate with all other law enforcement agencies. I know this topic has gotten a lot of national attention in many areas due to ICE, and we are going to cooperate. I mean, there are places that call themselves sanctuary cities and states, and we are not in Lebanon County, to my knowledge, and I'm very proud of that fact, that we're going to cooperate with all agencies to the best of our ability.
I will follow up with the prison board and send you what our current policy, the standard policy is and has been, and I will send that to you.
And you might want to make sure Matt is copied on that to make sure we're consistent with our legal requirements.
Thank you.
Yeah, just that, it's been reviewed, Matt's been over it, and
Look at it again.
it's all a result of the Galarza decision from, I don't know, 10 years ago, 12 years ago. Yeah.
Okay. Any additional public comment at this time? Okay, no? We'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes as presented.
So moved.
I'll second the motion.
Motion and second. Questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Minutes are approved. Gordon,
Good morning.
good morning.
First, I'd like to introduce our new work release director, Grant Verbitsky. He's in the
Oh,
process
welcome.
of onboarding and training under Deputy Warden Davis, so it'll be a little bit till he takes full reign. But he is filling a void that was definitely left by Ray Arnold's retirement, and Grant's doing a great job adapting to the Lebanon County Correctional Facility and community.
Tell us a little bit about your background.
I served in the military, 8 years Marine Corps, 3 years Air Force Reserve, and 9 years National Guard. I'm also a retired state correctional officer, and I also worked at a drug and alcohol rehabilitation center as well. And moved down here recently, approximately 3 months ago, and had the kind and blessed opportunity given to me to join the facility of Lebanon and work for the county, and I look forward to the future of it.
Thank you for all your previous service, but also thank you and welcome to a great team. I'm sure you're seeing that.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Thanks for joining us,
sir.
Grant.
Thank you, sir.
How privileged we are. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Next, I'd like to present that we have 10 vacancies. We do have a plan to start a new academy September 22nd to try and fill those 10 vacant positions. Prime Care apologized, they couldn't be here. I have them on site. I thought it was more beneficial for the representative of Prime Care to stay on site today, working through some agenda items that they have. But I will present, and for the percent of our population for the month of July was on a psych medication. To follow up with that, Lebanon County Mental Health ID, we're working with them. They are networking through a contract with Mental Health of Lancaster that Holly Leahy and her team is funding to provide us a peer specialist for the correctional facility. The primary focus at this time, as we discussed, will be focusing on anger management. Again, they have not set foot inside the facility yet. We're still working out meet and greets and what this is going to look like as an addition to the services that we're able to provide our incarcerated population. Referencing our MAP program for the month of July, we had 5 new inductions. We continued 54 inmates. We had a total of 56 individuals involved in the MAP program in some way, shape, or form for the July Prison Board report. I'd like to jump ahead, if I may, to our CGL maintenance report. I just want to note to the Prison Board, just based off, I'm sure there's a lot of inquiries, complaints, community voices speaking about the AC and such at the correctional facility. As you can see on the chart, there was a great deal of time spent on the HV at the correctional facility for the month of July. It continues for the month of August. We had a gym fan that CGL had to rebuild. They now have it rebuilt and it's in place and it's working. 3 of our housing units, we had some off and on issues with the AC and ventilation. They had to replace some parts, adjust some fixtures, and they had to replace a lot of areas were low on refrigerant. So they were able to work on that and get us up and moving with that. You will also notice on the report there's a big chunk that was designated to plumbing. So we had that back up with our sewage system regarding tampons. We made some adjustments with providing the female incarcerated population jail-proof, in essence, trash cans. That seems to have been working. We have seemed to de-escalate or decrease the number of plumbing complaints for the tampon situation. We have increased overall in some of the general housing units due to the incarcerated population flushing inappropriate items in the toilets. They flush Frito wrappers or inmate store stuff, and we've met with them, adjust them, and they just continue to do that. And what happens is it gets clogged and it gets stuck in the trap appropriately so because the security measures. So our maintenance folks are constantly being tasked with going there to unclog the toilet and finding this. We are moving forward. The inmates are on notice that they're going to be held accountable for that financial, what it costs to fix what we need to fix based off of their purposeful destruction. So you will see that chunk, and I just wanted to address the prison board to let you know why there's that much time being spent on that plumbing piece. We've also had some complaints and issues with our laundry equipment. Parts have been ordered for a washer. We currently have one institutional washer working instead of two. CGL's working on getting the parts to get both of them up and running. Overall, we've just had some real bad problems with the dryers. We're getting some budget numbers collected to see if I can fit it in what I currently have, or if that's just something I'm going to present for the 2026 budget, if we can hold out that long and we just can't keep banding what's going on with the laundry situation. Again, regarding the building control for heat and AC, we had signed a contract with Honeywell. We've been working with them. I think it was about $109,000 that was approved for the fiscal budget last year for them to come in and address some of the issues that we're having. They had to come back and redirect something that there was an issue with the electrician, and they connected something they shouldn't have. They're waiting on parts. I'm actually set to reach out to them today because I'm a little frustrated because the vendor they're on vacation, which I understand, but I also understand that the facility is in great need. So I feel like they should be able to help me in some way while they have those vacations, although I understand vacation is important for life-work balance, but so is running a correctional institution to the best of our ability. So we've been working through some aches and pains with that vendor to get us up and working. I just wanted to give the prison board again a little more detailed report what CGL was able to provide to us.
Anything else?
No, unless you have any questions.
Well, thank you for sending us updates when something happens, that, you know, just waiting for the meeting to keep us posted about these things, and applaud your efforts in working with CGL to address them as soon as we possibly can, anytime something comes up.
And I should note, we talked about a security issue that occurred in one of our housing units during the month of July. Administration and security detail went back through to note what's been going on with the laundry lines. So we had laundry lines. The DOC said the Department of Corrections indicated that the laundry lines are a safety and security issue. Staff has been doing an excellent job pulling those down. So the incarcerated population, they do have some hand wash stuff that they personally choose to hand wash at their sink, and then they're laying those items on our bunks. Our bunks are metal. When you lay the wet stuff on the metal over a period of time, it creates the bunks to rust. So we've been evaluating again, prepping for budget, or seeing what we can do. We have some decisions to make. We could take out the bunks and send them out to a local manufacturer, and they could powder coat them. That will take about 2 to 3 weeks. Or we are investigating how long it would take to hand paint with our inside detail crew. But an oil-based paint seems to be the suggestion that would be long-standing. But again, that comes with some aches and pains with operation and housing and what to do. So we're still meticulously going through dollars and cents and what that looks like, what's in the best safety, security, operational institution for the institution, as well as, you know, fiscal constraints that we may reach. So we are still trying to work through some of those issues, but the housing units have been back to compliance, and knock on wood, we've had no issues to date. Sorry, thank you.
Thank you. Anything else?
No, I think we're really done.
Now, from our deputies.
I have nothing to add unless there's questions. I just wanted to add our operations. In the month of July, we had a total of 93 shifts. 92 of them are at full operations with 1 modified operational shift and 0 lockdowns. So again, we're getting closer to normal.
Keep at it. Anything else? Okay. Any other business come before the board? All right, if not, we'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Thank you, we'll stand adjourned.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sure. Can I see it?